Hey guys, how's it going? It's Brian Akeem, finally, with Livestream number 15. Today is February 14th. So yeah, how are you guys doing tonight? Sorry it took so long, and unfortunately, I do have some bad news for the channel, somewhat bad news, and I'm going to get into it soon. So Dan is here, he says, hey guys, hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I wish I was, but unfortunately I'm not. Some Yeah, so like my laptop did not work at all, today and tonight for me to do the live stream, and I have to get a new one. So right now I'm actually using my dad's computer, and I had to download Streamlabs and to get this, live stream going. But yeah, unfortunately live streams are gonna, until I get a new laptop, I wouldn't count on live streams happening, as often as they do. So this might be my last live stream for a while. Let's see. Sorry to, talk to you guys about that. That's kind of a big thing. Let's see. Um, that's odd. Do you guys not see a picture? Hold on. Hold on. Let me check something really quick. Let's see. Do you guys not see a picture? Yeah, that is weird. I had, yeah, there should be a picture with Yumiko, Eugene, and Ezekiel in the, yeah, like in the thumbnail. I'm not sure why it's not open. Looks like you guys are gonna just, I don't know, be staring at just a black screen. That's weird. Yeah, this is very odd. I don't know what's happening with my streams anymore. Like, things are just not going so well. Hold on, let me just try something real quick. Let's see. Let me just try this thing real quick. Let's see. Man, that's not working either. Yeah, okay, let me see. Eastside Badger says, doing good, Dan. Let's get the stream going. Hashtag Team Negan. Hashtag Team Lucille. Hashtag Team Negan is Ricky's Alpha. Eastside Badger says, 9 more days. Hashtag February 23rd. If Magna dies, we party. Hashtag bring back Alicia to, bring Queen Alicia to The Walking Dead. Yes. And hashtag goodbye Michonne. Yeah, that's bad. I mean, like, that we have to say goodbye to Michonne. And Dan says, Michonne, we will miss you. And let's see, Dan says, but they will silence the whispers. Yes, they will, hopefully. Eastside Badger says, we will, Dan. She was the greatest. Michonne was definitely one of the greatest. Eastside Badger says, I definitely want to see someone knock the smirk off Alpha's face. She's a good villain, but she needs to go. Absolutely, Eastside Badger. Let's see. And you say, did the lights go out in... Wait, Gauja? LOL. I'm not sure what you mean, Eastside Badger. Let's see. Dan says, yeah, I'm thinking episode 13 to 16, Alpha will be gone. Dan says, no problem, man. And Eastside Badger says, no problems, Brian. When I said there was technical difficulties, yeah. I mean, like, it took me, like, the fact I don't even have a picture for you guys to look at, unfortunately, and I'm really sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I'm using my dad's computer. I had to download Streamlabs as quick as I could and, get this live stream going. But, yeah, I don't know. Just, unfortunately, I guess tonight's not going to be a great live stream. But, yeah, I need to get a new laptop. Let's see. Dan says, bad news. Yeah, Dan, my laptop is pretty much down for the count. So I got to get a new laptop, and unfortunately, like, I mean, right now I'm using my dad's computer, but even I can't use that very often. This is only a one-time thing. My dad doesn't like me doing the live streams, but is definitely not going to like me doing this, like the live stream on his computer. So it's just a one-time thing. So yeah, I mean, he has his computer, I have mine, but unfortunately, because mine is pretty messed up at the moment, it's really old and a lot of problems with it. Software and all that. I gotta get a new one. Let's see. Eastside Badger says, that sucks, Brian. Sorry about your laptop. Love your streams, brother. Well, thank you, Eastside Badger. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I mean, it stinks. I thought my laptop can go a little bit longer, but it's like 8 years old, and I gotta get a new one. I also never really had too much like protection on it. I mean, I had like certain antivirus programs, but I mean, like I never like bought new programs. My antivirus programs were out of date, big time. Like so, yeah. Unfortunately, that's an issue as well. I just never really had the money to pay for actual programs. Let's see. Dan says, yeah, the streams are very fun. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dan. I was hoping tonight will be a good night, to do the streams, and unfortunately, they're not. My laptop just stopped working on me like completely, and I gotta get a new one. I cannot open up Streamlabs, and I can barely open up YouTube. So, yeah. So basically, until I get a new laptop, this is probably gonna be my final live stream. For a while. Unless I can magically fix my laptop, but it's not likely. Let's see. I should, I should be able to get it in like the next. It really depends. Like, I probably will be able to get one probably soon, like the next week or so. So sometime when The Walking Dead season 10 returns. Yeah, I was hoping to make it, past the, finale, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Let's see. Eastside Badger says the black screen reminds me of season 6, episode 16 at the end. And Dan says, true, LOL. Yeah, that's true. I don't know what is going on with. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my computer at the moment. It's not showing. Like, I had an image. Like, you know what I mean? Like, on Streamlabs, I tried putting an image, but it doesn't work. Let me give it another quick try. So, let's see. I cannot change settings when I'm live. Maybe I can. Can I change an image? Let's see. Let me see if I can add some image for you guys. Let's see. Come on. There's got to be something. Something I can use. Let me just get a moment. Sorry guys, just give me a couple minutes. If you guys want to ask me anything about the new promos or for The Walking Dead, because they've been doing a lot of them, just ask me. I'm gonna try and just put some kind of picture on here so it's not like weird. You know what I mean? Just me talking with a black screen. So let's see what I can put up here for you guys to see. Hold on one second. Just give me a second. Let's see. Come on. Let's see. Oh, Eastside Badge says Abe took it like a champ. He was and always will be red. Yeah, he will. Oh, hello, Gaming W Epic. Hey, Brian, how are you doing tonight, bro? I'm not doing so great. I had some serious trouble with my laptop and my live streams. I didn't even know if I can do this live stream tonight, and now I don't even have a picture to show you guys. So yeah, basically the live streams are not going. They're gonna take a hit. They're not gonna happen as often. But I could be worse, I'll admit. And I'm excited for The Walking Dead season 10 to return, but unfortunately, like, I gotta get a new laptop because I can't do any more videos pretty much on my old one, and I can't do it on this computer pretty much. This is only a one-time thing because I'm using my dad's computer. So yeah, and let's see. You say, hey Brian, my opinion, they need to slow down on the trailers. They're showing too much. Yeah, I agree. Gaming W Epic. They're showing like a lot of Lucille in certain shots, and they show. Yeah, like there was a scene where Alden and Kelly and a baby. I think that's Adam. The baby, like Magna's nephew. I think that's the baby that she's holding. But the point is, they're trapped in the car, and I don't think they were driving it because obviously they don't drive cars anymore. So somehow Kelly escapes from the caves and gets trapped with Alden and a baby. I really want to see how that happens. But they are definitely starting to give away too much. I mean, with the whispers, like the spoilers are out, unfortunately, so you guys gotta watch out for that. So yeah, and I'm glad you came, Gaming W Epic. I've never seen you before, and I'm glad you made it to my live stream. Unfortunately, I wish you were able to make it on a better night, because this is probably going to be like honestly my worst live stream ever, because I don't have a picture to show you guys, and it's just a black screen. So yeah, that's embarrassing. Let's see. Dan says definitely. Yeah, they definitely are showing too much. Eastside Badger says, agreed gaming, it's getting out of hand with these trailers. Yeah, I mean, they didn't show any trailers for like the first 2 months, and then the last month, they started piling on with these trailers, and it's a little bit much. Dan says, by the way, it looks like the Michonne and Lucille scene is actually going to happen. Yeah, I agree, Dan. It's just that I'm still confused how she gets Lucille, because Negan has a fake Lucille that Brandon made, like a Lucille 2.0, and like Michonne has another one, but did she make it? Because that cannot be Lucille. So I don't know. Gaming W Epic says, by the way, happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you too. Just I'm not a big Valentine's Day person, but you know, it's yeah, that's the thing. Um, yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's Valentine's Day, and yeah, if you guys are, I mean, I'm not in a relationship at the moment, so it doesn't really change me. Let's see. Oh, Eastside Badge says it definitely does, Dan. I hope Negan makes it. Dan says he better make it. And Gaming W Epic says, it's me, Epic Zombie Killer. I'm using my gaming channel. Oh, that's cool, Epic Zombie Killer. I don't remember. I mean, when I saw Epic, like I had a feeling it was you, kind of like it was familiar, but I didn't know it was you. So I guess that you're doing a gaming video right now, or you were just doing one recently. Let's see. Dan says, by the way, Gaming W Epic or Epic Zombie Killer, whichever one you prefer. I'm glad you made it. Thank you for coming. Dan says, anytime I see Epic, I know it's you. Yeah, exactly, Dan. As soon as I saw Epic, it like something felt off to me. Let's see. Eastside Badger says Michonne has been having an affair with Sweet Lucille. Ricky has been gone a long time. LOL. Okay, that's kind of odd, but okay, Eastside Badger. I mean, you know, it kind of I don't really see how that's possible, but okay. Um, let's see. Gaming W Epic. I'll just say Epic. Let's see. He says, no, I created a gaming channel. Yeah, I think I don't recall. I don't think I've ever been to your gaming channel, but I'm pretty sure I saw some of your gaming videos. So yeah, let's see. Well, I'm trying to post an image. Let's see. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to post a quick image. Hopefully, let me see if I can just post a quick image for you guys. Hold on, come on. Come on, I'll take any image. Let's see. Yeah, just give me a couple minutes, guys. You can talk to each other, or you can put a video. Sorry, not a video. You can post some more questions for me while I guess we wait to catch up. So let me just try something real quick. That is weird. It doesn't even let me do it. One second, guys. I'm really trying to post an image. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm just trying to post an image for you guys to see. Let's see. Come on, there's got to be something. Yeah, I'm really sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with this live stream tonight. I got nothing. I got no images, no nothing. It's just, it's just not going so great. Let's see. I have it here on. Let's see, all files. Wait, failed. File too large. Oh, that's the issue. Okay, guys. Hold on, guys. Just give me another minute. Sorry, I'm really sorry about this. I feel bad that you guys just have to look at a black screen. So let me just see if I can post something. Man, file too large again. Let me try. Hold on. Let me try this. Come on. Yeah, sorry guys. So I saw the new promos, and there's a lot going on in new promos. You know what I mean? As far as like who might die, who, you know. Let's see. Oh wait, I think I have. Hold on, I think I'm getting one. Let me see if I can post a quick image. Uh, let's see. Do you guys see that? No, you guys don't see it. I just posted an image. Why isn't it working? Do you guys know what might be happening? Let's see. Let me go back to the questions. Let's see. Where was I? Let's see. It's let's see. Where was I? That's why. Eastside Badger says that's why she's been hiding Lucy. I don't really think so. Oh wait. I think it's starting to work. You guys see that? The new image? I just posted a picture of Axel. Wow, I honestly just picked it at random. Like, okay, let's continue. Let me continue reading. Let's see. Where was I? Where was I? That's why she's been hiding Lucy. I hope not Eastside Badger. I mean, that would be very weird. That would kind of hurt my view of Michonne. Dan says she's been with Michonne this whole time. LOL. Eastside Badger says, nah, the whole Lucy / Michonne thing is probably a dream Negan is having. It might be Eastside Badger because Negan has Lucille, or the Lucille 2.0, and the first Lucille is plant food, so why would Michonne have a third Lucille? It just doesn't really make sense. Dan says, Dan says Negan's not going to like that. I agree. Epic says, I haven't been watching any trailers hardly because of trying to avoid spoilers. Oh, yeah, Epic, if I spoiled something for you, I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't know you didn't see any of the promos. Like, I haven't watched any, I haven't, like, looked in the comment sections of certain videos. I haven't watched Trev's Chan or Ronnie Hayes or PT Channel or George Drake, like any of those guys that I normally watch, just because I think they have looked at some spoilers. So I'm gonna, even Super Entertainment, like Ash from Super Entertainment, I think even he saw it. So I'm just gonna avoid those guys until, the episodes come back. Eastside Badger says, nope, Lucille is Negan's true love. I guess, it's a baseball bat, and she's plant food, but okay. Let's see, Eastside Badger says, same with me, Epic. And Dan says, can't blame you, Epic. There's been a lot of trailers lately. Eastside Badger says, we need to have a stream on the premiere night of World Beyond. That would be fun. Comment during commercials. I'm not sure. I would like to do that, Eastside Badger, but I'm not really sure if we can do it. It's kind of tricky because, like, time zones and all that stuff we probably have to think about. But, like, maybe after the episode or something. But like I said before, I need to get a new laptop before I can stream ever again. So, yeah. I'll try to let you guys know when I, get a new laptop and can do streaming again. King Ken, hey, man. He says, hey yourself. I'm glad you made it. And, I was not, this is, you're probably wondering what's going on. So, King Ken, if you don't know, this is going to be my last live stream for a while because my laptop just doesn't work anymore, so I got to get a new one. And, I got to get a new laptop, and because of that, I can't do streaming, and when I do get a new one, I can finally get back to streaming. So, it's going to take me a while to transition and get a new laptop, so I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'll try to get it done as soon as possible. My old laptop is just down for the count. It just stopped working. Like the last 2 days, just completely stopped. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, let's see. And Dan says, heck yeah. Eastside Badger says, I see it. Oh, Epic says, yes, I see it. Dan says, I see it as well. And King Ken says, that's funny. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, happy Valentine's Day, guys. I'm not in a relationship, so Valentine's Day is not a big deal for me, and I don't know. It's like, it's just something I guess you say to people even if you're not in a relationship. You know what I mean? Like, it's just something you could say. But Valentine's Day is just I guess it's like one of the least, involved holidays for me. But let's see. Epic says maybe Michonne has had Lucille this whole time. It's possible she took Lucille and took her off screen after Negan and Rick's fight in the season 8 finale. Yeah, that's possible, Epic. But the thing is, we saw Michonne leave with Judith when Michonne was in Alexandria. She left to go to the hilltop, and then they went to Oceanside, and then she met Virgil, and then she left. And we did not see Lucille anywhere. Plus, I really don't think Lucille can still be in that good condition after all these years. I don't know. It just seems odd to me. Yeah, I don't know. I think that it could still be hallucination, Epic, but it's possible. I'll admit, it's possible that Michonne took Lucille, but I feel like after like a season and a half, like the revelation, it's kind of late now, you know? Dan says, yeah, that's the only explanation at this point. Pretty much, Dan. I mean, honestly, at least the only realistic explanation, because unless it's a hallucination, who knows? Epic says, it's possible she lied to Negan in season 9. Yeah, it's possible, Epic, but why would she lie to Negan? She doesn't really have, a reason to. You know what I mean? Because he's in the cell, and she thought he was never going to get out. Dan says, liar, as the governor would say, LOL. Are you talking about the picture I put, Dan? Yeah, I really, yeah, wait, what do you, oh, right. No, you're talking about, sorry, you're talking about Michonne saying that they left Lucille, in the season 8 finale. Yeah, I mean, I believe her. Actually, I believe Michonne. I don't think she had a reason to lie in that situation. Plus, why would they take Lucille? Actually, now that I think about it, like, I would take Lucille just to destroy her, but why would they take Lucille and just keep her? You know what I mean? That part's weird to me. So, yeah. Let's see. Hold on, I want to try something else real quick. Let's see. Now that I can change images, hold on, let me just, hold on guys, let me just try something really quick. Come on. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Dan says, yeah, like Christmas, Halloween, and Easter or others I usually mention in my videos, but today I don't think I even mentioned Valentine's Day at all. LOL. Yeah, Valentine's Day is just, unless you're married or in a serious relationship, it's just not at all important to you. So, and that's like a majority of people, so yeah, it makes sense. Hold on, let me try something. Oh, the picture disappeared. Don't worry, guys. I'm just gonna put the picture I had in. Hold on, let me put the picture I had from the thumbnail. Let's see. Let me try to put that, because I just wanted to post a picture, but now I want to post that one. So let's see. I'll just delete that. Yeah, I want to get more like good at streaming. You know what I mean? I want to know how to do things better and change pictures. That's a weird one. Huh, why is it all green? Well, that is odd. You guys are probably going to see it. Let's see. Epic says it's possible Lucille is hidden in Michonne and Rick's house and she wanted to hurt Negan and lied to him. It's possible, Epic. But I still don't understand why they would keep Lucille but not destroy her. You know what I mean? That part's a little weird to me. But yeah, let's see what we got. Oh yeah, you guys see the picture. I don't know why it doesn't look like the thumbnail. That is very weird to me. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that, guys. I'm sorry. Just I do want to talk a little bit about it, even though you guys can't read it. I wrote, guys, don't you think this group is a little small? Like, that's the text I wrote. So what do you guys think about this group? Like Yumiko, Eugene, and Ezekiel going to, after the war, they're going to go to the Commonwealth. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't really like it that much. I mean, like, I get that they can't have Daryl go, but I don't know. Just Yumiko is just, you know, she's all right, just not amazing. And Eugene is fine, but Ezekiel just feels weird to me, you know? Like he's going. Let's see. Where did I go? Where did Epic's? Oh no, I already did that. Oh, and Epic says, sorry, just Lucille is my favorite weapon. I have a replica of her from the comics. And you say, yes, I see it. Yeah, I'm really sorry that the image looks like that. It is so weird. Like, I don't know, I don't know, the stream is so weird tonight. Like, I don't know what's going on. And I'm sorry, guys, like, you know, like, this is going to be my last stream for a while, you know what I mean? And I just want to give you guys something you deserve, you know what I mean? Something really good, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So, yeah, I'm really sorry. Like, I want to give you guys a really good stream tonight, but everything has just not been working out for me. Like, I don't know, just today in general and just the streams. Let's see. Dan says, by the way, tomorrow I'll be doing a video about Lucille for Saturday Spotlight. This time not a character, but a weapon. Yeah, I know, Dan. I watched your video earlier. A little bit... Did you decide on that? Did you decide to do Lucille by yourself? Because I know that people haven't been suggesting topics for you, you know, with character spotlights because, you know what I mean? Like, we pretty much did all the characters. Let's see. Oh, it looks like the image disappeared again. Man, I don't know what is going on with these streams. I never use my dad's computer to, you know, do the images or do the streams, but yeah, I don't know. When I get a new laptop, hopefully, you know, I'll be consistent and, you know, we won't have issues like this. So let me see if this works. No image. That is so weird. Why did the other one work, but this one doesn't? Hold on, guys. Let's see. Eastside, Dan says, no, Eastside suggested it. I didn't know that, Dan. Yeah, it's crazy. Now we're doing weapons. You know what I mean? Like, we used to do characters from the Walking Dead main show, and then Fear characters, and then Scott Gimple, and then now weapons. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting. Like, spotlights can be on things besides people. Let's see. Epic says, I used to suggest a ton of spotlights for Dan. Yeah, I did too, but the problem is that I kind of ran out of characters that I like to talk about because I never want to suggest Heath or, like, Scott, you know what I mean? Like, characters like that, that's just, you know, I never wanted to do that because those characters are, you know, kind of, honestly, they're just boring, so that's pretty much why I never did it. Let me see something. I'm trying to gain a new image. Let's see. Epic says, I suggested a lead character spotlight for Dan. Oh, yeah, I remember that. I guess it's been a while. So, yeah, that was a good suggestion. Let's see. Hold on, guys. I just want to post an image here so you guys don't have to just look at a black screen like this whole time. Man, let's see. I just wish I can find an image that just works. Let's see. Hold on, guys. Let me just try something. I don't understand why this image won't work. Let's see. Just, hold on, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about this. Just trying to... I guess that's it? I guess I'll just keep it like this until... Let's see. I guess I'll just keep it like this if you guys want. It doesn't need to look exactly like it. You know what I mean? Let's see. Epic says, by the way, Dan, have you played... Oh, yeah. Have you played Season 2 of Telltale's The Walking Dead yet? Yeah, I don't think he has Epic, but yes, Dan, if you're hearing this, like, I know that you're probably busy, but I am just, like, dying for you to play Seasons 2 to 4. Maybe not Season 3, but, like, 2 to 4 definitely, because they're such great seasons, and, like, not only will you love them, I'm just dying to talk to you about them, just because... they're so rich in lore with The Walking Dead, so interesting. Like Clementine's journey just is amazing where it goes as it continues. So that's all I'm gonna say. Let's see, let me fix that image a little. Let's see, Dan says, yeah, we've done them all at this point, but I have something new coming for Saturdays, and I'll talk about that more on Sundays. Let's chit chat video. Yeah, it's crazy. It's been another week, guys. That's just crazy. And just so you guys know, I mean, I wish I can do a live stream on Monday, but unfortunately I cannot. Like the way the computer is, well, the way my laptop is, it doesn't work at all. So, pretty much, like I said, streams are just not going to be coming anymore, at least until it's going to be a while. It's definitely going to be a while before I can do streams again, but I might still do reviews because like Streamlabs, for some reason, I can't open up Streamlabs on my laptop, but I was able to get like YouTube and stuff, so I might be able to still make some videos here and there, like my old reviews. Do you guys remember my old reviews where I would break down the episode from like scenes and just talk about what's happening and then have a text like a joke or something? So yeah, that's basically how it's going to be. Let's see. And Epic says, it's funny. I actually like season 3. I mean, like, it's still really good, Epic, but it has issues. Season 3 has like the biggest problems out of any Walking Dead Telltale game, out of the 4 of them. Let's see. And Dan says, not yet, but I really want to. Yes, please, Dan, no rush, but I'm just whenever you have a chance, and I get it, like Lucille Spotlight, if you want to do that, that's fine. It's just that the games, they're just so amazing, you know what I mean? And I'm just dying to talk to you about them because I think pretty much everyone here has played them. So obviously I just don't want anything to be spoiled for you because the spoilers are out, not just for the Telltale game, obviously, but season 10 coming back, and it's crazy. Like, people are trying to spoil what happens more than the, you know what I mean? Like, almost everyone knows what happens in the Telltale games, but I guess what I'm trying to say is right now people are trying to spoil the second half of season 10 for me, but no one is trying to spoil seasons 2 and 4 of the Telltale games just because it's been so long. So I guess that's one positive, you know what I mean, about a game that's years old, because it's not current anymore. So I guess that makes sense. Yeah. So let's see. Dan says, when I do, I'll review the episodes as well. Yeah. I mean, they're amazing episodes. The episodes 4 are always the trickiest just because they have to, build up. Let's see. Epic says, yeah, I'm not that critical about games. I understand why season 3 is disliked, but I'm very soft on it. Well, that's okay, Epic. I mean, it's still enjoyable in its own way. Let's see. And you say, by the way, Brian, how excited are you for the Wolf Among Us season 2? Epic, I cannot tell you how excited I am. The Wolf Among Us is one of the best Telltale games ever, they've ever done. And it is not only that, it's one of my favorite all-time games, ever. Just because it's so amazing. And basically, I just love the series in general. The main characters, the main character, Bigby Wolf, one of the best video game protagonists of all time. And I'm so excited for season 2. After season 1, I was dying for a season 2, but then they had The Walking Dead season 3, and then they did the Game of Thrones Telltale game, then they did Minecraft, and unfortunately that really hurt Telltale in the long run. And then 3 years ago, Telltale said they were going to do a season 2, and then they went bankrupt, but eventually Telltale came back from their bankruptcy, and now they're working on a season 2 slowly, but they are working on a season 2. It's most likely going to come out next year, and I am so excited. When that comes out, I am going to play every episode and review each and every one of them on this channel. I mean, this is a mostly Walking Dead channel, but I will heavily talk about The Wolf Among Us when it comes back, just because even though it's not Walking Dead, it's honestly just as good as the Walking Dead season 1 and 4 Telltale games. And I think it's better than seasons 2 and 3 of the Telltale games. That is how high I put it in regard. So thank you for the question, Epic. Yeah, I'm a huge Wolf Among Us fan. I mean, completely. Like, I love playing the game. I mean, like, I've played the game many times. I even got my brother into it, and he actually does like what's happening. And some of the choices we made are so interesting. But yeah, I mean, I cannot wait for a season 2. You know what I mean? Just because of all the different choices we can possibly make. Yeah. So thank you for the question, Epic. Dan says, by the way, when I do play them, I'll be doing Telltale Tuesdays. Thank you for the heads up, Dan. I am definitely looking forward to that, and that's a good name, Telltale Tuesdays. So yeah, let's see. Epic says, which is funny. Telltale after The Walking Dead season 1, they just began pumping out games, which is why they went bankrupt. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys played the Game of Thrones Telltale game, but that flopped big time, and so did The Walking Dead season 3. Just because, like, the way season 2 ended was not a terrible ending, but people were very mixed about the ending for season 2, and then with season 3 they made serious changes to the story, and people did not like that, and not a lot of people decided to buy season 3. And they also started the Minecraft game, and nobody wanted that. No one wanted a story mode Minecraft game, and because of that, Telltale, they were spending millions of dollars on these games, and not a lot of people were. I'm sorry, but it was stupid for them to do that. They should have done a Wolf Among Us season 2, after the Walking Dead season 2. They should have done that because that's what fans wanted. They didn't give fans what they wanted, and they just kept pumping out breaks. They got greedy, and they went bankrupt. So yeah, let's see. And you say, by the way, on my main channel, I ranked the Walking Dead games, all 4 seasons. I should check that out, Epic. Thank you for telling me. But yeah, the way I rank them is, okay, this is kind of tricky. So season 1 to 4 are like top 1. You know what I mean? Like, I cannot decide between them. They're just both in the first list. So season 2 is then second, and then season 3 is third. So season 3 is the worst season, but season 1 and 4 are like tied for first place. Let's see. And you say even the Guardians of the Galaxy game, a lot of people hated it, but I mean, it was fine for what it was, Epic, but the problem was that people, they didn't want a Guardians of the Galaxy game. They wanted Wolf Among Us season 2, and you know what I mean? Like, they also promised other things, like, plus, like, people had a, well, season 3 was kind of disappointing for a lot of people, so just like people were getting kind of burnt out from Telltale and kind of disappointed. Let's see. And you say, yeah, that Minecraft game was so boring. Yeah, I agree, Epic. I saw the whole game, and it's just really boring. They even did a season 2, which was a huge mistake. I mean, obviously, like, Telltale got greedy, and they paid for it, and now they're coming back finally, and hopefully they learned their lesson, which I think they did. But over time, like, let's say in 10 years, they get successful again, it could happen again. Dan says, I loved Guardians of the Galaxy game. You played it, Dan? Really? I mean, it was okay, but it's definitely not a game I would go back and replay or, rewatch. It's just, it doesn't have that kind of, plus it wasn't needed. Like, there were so many Marvel movies coming out during that time with the game, so I guess people were oversaturated. Hey, Eastside Badger, I haven't seen you in a while. I mean, like, a while in the stream. And you say, I miss the Governor and Penny. Really, Eastside Badger? I mean, you missed the Governor. Okay, so the Governor, yeah, great villain. But as far as Penny, I mean, she was a zombie. I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I miss Ken, Eastside Badger. I mean, he was the best character in The Walking Dead. He saved a horse, and his death led to, the rising of the Saviors and the disappearance of Rick. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, just, his death, man, it's just crazy. It caused a chain reaction. Just, the world couldn't take it. Let's see. Epic says, hey, Brian, how do you feel about the Batman series that Telltale did both seasons? Yeah, I'm kind of mixed on that, Epic. So I'm not saying that they're terrible. I think they did good. But like I said before, I think it was a mistake to make them because people wanted a Wolf Among Us season 2, and the Batman series is very similar to that because they're both like noir detective stuff, like gathering clues and making good choices, bad choices. Like, do you want people to be scared of you or like you or that kind of thing? So I feel like a season 1 was fine, but season 2 was not needed. You know what I mean? Like they did like a season 2 like just 1 year after. That was too soon. So I think like a Batman series is fine, but I just think they rushed into it too fast. So yeah, thank you for the question, Epic. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I love when you guys ask me questions, and I mean I like comments too, but questions are more fun. Eastside Badger says they don't have the guts to destroy Sweet Lucille. That's crazy talk. I mean, Negan destroyed Lucille in the comics, but and Rick almost did it. You know what I mean? Rick set Lucille on fire, and man, I'm surprised he did not break her. Honestly, back in season 8, that was such a weird moment. Dan says Rick was the only one who did have the guts. LOL. Season 8, episode 12. Yes, Dan, exactly. When he was trying to kill Negan, I mean, he set Lucille on fire. Let's see. Epic says, yeah, season 2 of Batman. I think that's the game that killed the company. It's definitely up there, Epic. I mean, like, I don't know, like, what they were thinking. They did just one season of Batman and immediately decided to do a season 2 right after it. Even though The Wolf Among Us was better received in season 1, it still didn't get a season 2 and it still hasn't. So I don't get it. Like, do they decide to do a sequel right after the first game? Because that's a mistake. They should work on doing sequels for every game they start. You know what I mean? They did it for Walking Dead. They didn't do it for Wolf Among Us. They did it for Minecraft, and they did it for Batman. But they missed out on which ones they should have done sequels for. So they should have done season 2s for games that people liked more and that were older, not brand new ones that came out. But yeah, I think the Batman game is very good, but I think more people like the Arkham games, so it kind of couldn't compare in that way. Just because, like, you know what I mean? There was a large fan base for that company. Eastside Badger says, Ricky, Carl's stepdad? Nah. Carl's stepdad? He was his actual dad, Eastside Badger. What are you talking about? Let's see. Dan says, Shane would have had the guts, lol. Oh, you're saying that Carl is actually Shane's. Yeah, I mean, would that be step? Yeah, I guess that would be step. Yeah, I guess that would be stepdad. Yeah. Let's see. Eastside Badger says definitely Dan. Shane was a boss. I mean, he was a pretty good character, a really good character, but he had a really short time in the series and not a lot. He didn't really get to like kill a lot of people, but he definitely did some memorable scenes in the franchise. Like he never went, he never took a gun and went crazy like Rick does sometimes or used to do, or like Morgan. But yeah, I mean Shane, he went crazy here and there. Let's see. Wait, let's see. Where am I now? Let's see. Eastside Badger says Lucille was my suggestion, Brian. Yeah, I know, Eastside Badger. Dan told me. Epic says that's what The Walking Dead was. The game's first season made them recognizable, and they decided to end it and focus on other less light games. Yeah, that's a mistake, Epic. I mean, what they should have done, like, so after season 1, it makes sense not to do a season 2 right after. So they did a Wolf Among Us, and that was great. Like, that was amazing. Great idea. But then after season 1, people wanted a season 2 of that as well. And they decided to do a Walking Dead season 2 first. And that made sense. There was a flow. What they should have done is they should have focused on those 2 games. You know what I mean? But they decided to focus on countless other games just because The Walking Dead season 1 made them popular, which was a huge mistake. I mean, the Game of Thrones Telltale game was so bad. Like, I don't know if you guys played it, but I highly do not recommend it. Yeah, please do not buy that game. It's a waste of money. I mean, just so many problems with that game. But the Walking Dead games, like, they're better. Even Walking Dead Season 3 is better than Game of Thrones. I'll just say that. Let's see. Dan says he had more time than in the comics. He had more time than in the comics, though, that's for sure. He literally died in issue 6. Yeah, I agree, Dan. I mean, I know. Yeah, Shane was such a weird character in the comics. He had no character development, pretty much. He just went crazy, mad, just because Rick came back. That was it. You know what I mean? but the show did him a lot better. Let's see. Epic says that's why, that's why season 3 was so disliked. They were rushing to the end. Yeah, I mean, there were many reasons why season 3 was bad. I'm not gonna say it, but what they do with, certain characters from the previous seasons or new characters, like all that whole mixture just does not work. You know what I mean? Like the characters in season 3 do not act consistent. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say because Dan still hasn't played it. But yeah, also season 3 they had to like rewrite multiple times. Like they originally had this idea for the story and then they rewrote it during, the development, and that was just such a mistake. Let's see. Where am I now in the stream? Let's see, where am I now? Yeah, it looks like we have some time now. Yeah, so guys, what do you think about the group, the three musketeers here? Yumiko, Eugene, and Ezekiel. What do you think about them going to the Commonwealth? Because, I don't know. I mean, yes, I wish Michonne could go, but, like, do you think it's a good group, or do you think they should have added a few more members? Because, like, 3 people, like, I don't know, it's just weird. You know what I mean? It seems so small. So, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, like when Telltale does when they start doing games, I know people want a season 5 of The Walking Dead, Telltale, but I do not want a season 5, and I'll explain that soon if you guys want. Epic says, yeah, like season 1 and the final season are perfect, 10 out of 10. Yeah, I agree, Epic. Season 1 is so nostalgic, but even when I go back and look at it, I think of moments where I'm like, wow, I never really given that part much thought. Like, you can still find some new stuff in the story, but for season 4, they add new mechanics to, the franchise, like things that weren't in the previous seasons, like gameplay wise, and also like just character development, and the choices actually starting to matter more, because that's an issue with Telltale games. The choices never matter, but it does seem like they matter in season 4. Let's see, Dan says, I'm starting to actually like Yumiko, to be honest. Definitely more than Magna and Kelly, lol. Yeah, Magna is like a bland character. Kelly is just non-existent. I mean, we discussed this in the last live stream, but yeah, they should have just honestly killed off Kelly and the Pikes. I just don't understand why Angela King did not do that. Let's see. Epic says, like, it's funny, Ronnie Hayes hated season 1 when he played it. Oh man, and he is not. Okay, yeah, guys, I'm not going to start a war or anything, but then he is not a. If that's correct, if Ronnie Hayes hated season 1 of Telltale, not Telltale, sorry, not Game of Thrones, The Walking Dead season 1, Telltale, then he is not a true Walking Dead fan. I'm just going to say that. Because season 1 was amazing. Sure, it had its problems, but it was made like the comic book. If he had issues, like, you know what I mean, with it being kind of slow, that's fine. But the story and the lore behind it, like, if he hated that, I'm sorry, that's not a true fan. You don't have to like everything about Walking Dead to be a true fan, but season 1 was amazing. Like, the character moments, interacting with the world could have been better, sure, but I think for its time it was really great. And you have to think about that with a game. Not every game is going to be action, like, constantly. I mean, you know what I mean? Just at least they tried with Telltale. I mean, that was like the first Walking Dead game they ever done. Let's see, Dan says, I love season 1, pretty much everything about it. Yeah, me too, Dan. I mean, could they have done better with certain characters? And I wish they could have had Carly survive, but yeah. I mean, season 1 was great. Like, it was just amazing how they ended it, and some choices do matter, some don't, but, like, everything just feels so good in the story. Like, Lee gets bit, chops off the arm, goes after Clementine, kills the stranger, like, and then he dies. Like, all this stuff just really, like, it flows so well, And yeah, really hoping you can play season 2, Dan, because season 2, season 1 really helps carry into season 2. I'm just gonna say that. Eastside Badger says Yumiko is just blah blah blah. She's on The Walking Dead for a reason, and it's activism. Um, what do you mean, Eastside Badger? Can you explain that more? Um, and it's activism. Yeah, I'm not really sure what you mean, Eastside Badger. Yeah, let's see. Epic says, like, I agree, Lee and Clem, their relationship is super iconic. Yeah, I agree, Epic. I mean, it is up there with Rick and Carl as far as iconic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sure, Rick and Carl were iconic in the show, but they killed off Carl in the show. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really work because the relationship doesn't matter and Rick disappeared. But it's kind of different with Clementine. I mean, like, just the moments they had, like, even Carl and Rick did not have that. You know what I mean? Dan says definitely Lee was the best. He's still to this day. That just makes me sad. I'm guessing you meant to say deaf, Dan. But yeah, me too. I mean, that was just crazy. Like, they killed off the main character in the game. I mean, that's kind of unheard of. You know what I mean? Back in 2012, like, you don't kill off a main character in the game. But they did it. That was just crazy. Let's see. Do you guys... We've been going on for about... Wait a minute. Have we been going on? Yeah, we've been going on for about 50-ish minutes. Let's see. Epic says, which is funny because when I first played The Walking Dead Season 1, Episode 1, I had no idea that Lee was going to die. Yeah, me either, Epic. I mean, why would you? You know, you're playing a game. Let's see. Eastside Badger says, social activism, the big push in Hollywood is females leads and to erase any sense of strong masculinity. Yeah, that's true, Eastside Badger. The thing is, Yumiko it's not just the show created her. Robert Kirkman created her as well as Yumiko to be strong female characters. So you can't really blame the show because they kind of have to adapt from the story. But I will say that the show at times does focus too much on the females in certain episodes, certain scenes. In certain moments, like the part where Tara is like clearing the road back in season 9 when Tara's clearing the road to the fair. She's got Yumiko, Magna, and Kelly with her. That part I'll admit, is forced because they pretty much just gather strong. They pretty much just gather women and say they're strong, characters, and just have them kill walkers without any help from the men. That part is forced. I'll admit it. Like, I'm okay with strong females like Michonne, Maggie, Carol, but when you have like it portrayed that way, where we have to just accept that Magna and Yumiko are strong, even though we've never seen them too much like do strong things, it feels forced. Dan says, me neither, Epic. And Eastside Badger says, look at Rise of Skywalker. I have not seen that movie, but I heard what happens, and yeah, it was kind of a mistake. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, in Rise of Skywalker, I mean, Judith is, played by, like Keely Fleming's played a younger Rey back in Star Wars Episode 7, so yeah, I mean, maybe it's connected, who knows, but yeah, I hope it doesn't become like Rise of Skywalker, because that would be a mistake. Dan says, true. Epic says, like, I feel Lee leaving to Season 2 would have been better than it was. It might have, Epic, because the characters in Season 2 are not as rememberable as the ones in Season 1, and they do stupid things in Season 2, the characters, so yeah, I'm just going to say that. Let's see, Eastside Badger says, Kurtman is a beta male if there ever was one. Well, I mean, Eugene is a beta male, isn't he? And beta's a beta, so yeah, I mean, yeah, Kirkman, I don't know. He definitely needed to be more confident in writing his story, because he did give in to a fan crying and saying like, where's a lesbian couple in The Walking Dead, and he decided to fall into it, and he decided to make Magna and Yumiko gay, and like, I don't know, that was weird. It felt forced. It was very forced in the comic, but in the show they kind of established it early. So yeah, and you say if The Walking Dead makes it to season 13, it will be all women and the only male will be Daryl. That's kind of been happening, Eastside Badger. I'm when the group goes to talk to Alpha back in season 9, like Daryl, Kelly, Connie, Magna, Yumiko, and Tara, they're all on the hilltop's walls, and he's the only man in that scene. You know what I mean? Like, and there's like 5, 6 women, so like it's starting to already happen. Like are there too many women in, like, is the women cast too big? Kind of. I'll say that much. Just because a lot of characters, a lot of male actors have been leaving, but to be fair, some of the female ones have been leaving too. But I don't know. I think Angela King is just introducing like more female characters than men at this point, and yeah, I think you could be right. Season 13, Daryl will probably be the only man in the group left. I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't want to see that, but it's possible. That's why they should end it at season 12. Dan says that would be funny, lol. And you say, but kind of possible, lol. Yeah, that scares me, Dan. I don't want to see Daryl as the only man in the group or in the cast in season 13. I don't want to see that. You know, The Walking Dead needs to be a realistic show, and if most of the cast is women, that doesn't feel realistic to me. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's see. Eastside Badger says definitely possible, and I bet it's part of the reason The Walking Dead's ratings are failing. It's been noticed. Yeah, I agree, Eastside Badger. They gotta stop. They gotta start introducing better characters, like Jerry. You know what I mean? Connie, like these type of characters. They need to make interesting characters and then bring them in the show. They should not just make a character and like Magna and Yumiko, you know, and say like they're supposed to be strong women. Let's make them interesting. I think what they should do instead is make a character interesting and then decide on what their gender is and what their, you know what I mean, like other things about them. Because I feel like that's not necessary. Let's see, guys. This is probably going to be kind of a short live stream tonight. I'm going to end probably at 11, I think. I mean, if you guys want. Yeah, just because I was supposed to start earlier, but I had so much trouble, you know, downloading Streamlabs on my dad's computer, and yeah, and I have to get rid of it at some point. Let's see. Eastside Badger says, if it's all women, The Walking Dead won't even get 1 million viewers. Yeah, I agree, Eastside Badger. The Walking Dead show cannot be all women. Like, it would just be The Women Dead or something like that. They would have to rename it, the entire show, completely. And I don't want that. Don't get me wrong, I love female characters. Alicia, Rosita, Maggie, Carol, Michonne, they're fine. But when you start having Kelly, Yumiko, Magna, and other, you know, characters, it starts getting a bit crowded. So yeah, they kind of need to take it easy. Let's see, Epic says, like Dog, for example, he's holding the ratings. If they kill Dog, it'll be Carl all over again. Yeah, exactly, Epic. The show should just, right now, just stop killing off interesting characters. Like, they should not even think about killing off Connie, Jerry, Dog. Like, just don't kill off any interesting characters or that have a fan base. And I know The Walking Dead is supposed to be a series where nobody's safe, but you cannot kill off these characters and expect people to keep coming back. Like, Ezekiel is a boring character now. They haven't done much with him. Eugene is a somewhat interesting character, but he doesn't have a fan base. Yumiko does not have a fan base, neither does Magna. So they need to keep, you know, characters who have a fan base. You know, that's why Daryl has survived this long. You know, Connie, Jerry, Dog, they have fan bases. Keep them alive. You know, if you have a character that has a fan base, like, that's a very good character. You got to keep them as long as you can. Let's see. Eastside Badger says, agreed, Epic, love Dog. Yeah, me too. And Dan says, Dog is awesome. Yeah, he is awesome. He is a good boy. And he's got to get some attention. But not too much attention where they'll have to kill him off, because that would be terrible. Because I hated when the show used to do that, and it still kind of does that, where they focus on a character who hasn't gotten a lot of screen time lately, and they just kill him off. Let's see. So, do you guys see Father Gabriel not surviving? I think he's gonna die. Do you see, because in the promos we see Father Gabriel, Scott, and two other Alexandrian guys. Do you guys think they're gonna get like all wiped out or something? So do you think we're gonna lose Gabriel and Scott? Let's see. Eastside Badger says The Walking Dead can't lose any more interesting characters. Agree about Gabriel. I think his story has run out, sadly. Yeah, I agree, Eastside Badger. I mean, it's just crazy when I think about where Gabriel began and where he might end up. But Gabriel does not have a fan base, you know what I mean? And his story is kind of wrapping up. So yeah, they gotta kill him off, sadly. And you say sad because Gabriel has really evolved. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Let's see. Epic says, like, I'm glad they have Dog appear then disappear because it means he'll live long. Yeah. Yeah, it means that because, like, you know what I mean? I think, like, they just, well, also, you know, it's a dog, so I guess they can't use him too often. Dan says, I think he's dead, unfortunately. Yeah, you're talking about Gabriel, not Dog. Yeah, I definitely see Gabriel just not surviving. Like, what do you guys think about Scott? Do you think he's gonna finally just bite the dust? Maybe Heath, like, we're gonna see Heath, and we're gonna be like, oh man, what's Heath gonna do when he finds out that Scott, his best friend, is dead? You know what I mean? Like, I can already see people talking about that, and it's like no one's gonna care. You know what I mean? Or Heath's probably not even gonna care either. It would be, I don't know. I would just find that funny. Eastside Badger says, I bet Gabriel dies this season, and Dan says, agreed. Yeah, like, it's not just that we don't see Gabriel in other shots, it's just that his comic story is coming up and he's not interesting anymore. Like, he doesn't have a fan base, and I just think his time is coming, unfortunately. But I mean, that's how the show works. They have to kill off characters, and there's too many characters right now still in the story. They should have killed off some people from Magnus Group last season, and I don't know. It's crazy. Even though we lost so many characters, we still have just too many. Like, who would you guys kill off? Like, who do you guys see as dead weight in the franchise? And I know what everyone's going to say. They're going to say Magna, Scott. I know they're going to say that. Let's see. Epic says, like, literally Dog is getting his own merch, so why kill him off? There's no reason, Epic. I mean, even Jerry does not even have his own, you know, Funko Pop. So, yeah, I mean... Oh, by the way, did you guys hear McFarlane Toys stopped making the Walking Dead action figures? Did you guys hear something like that? Because I think Ronnie Hayes mentioned that, and we might never get 7-inch figures again, which it's sad. I wish we could have gotten more. Eastside Badger says, I bet now the Walking Dead wishes they had Lenny James given Lenny James more screen time. He would be very useful as a character right now. Yeah, I agree, Eastside Badger. They should not have let Lenny James... I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of mixed about it. Like, could Lenny James have saved Fear the Walking Dead? He could have if they wrote it well. But it's just weird that Morgan decides to be peaceful and, you know, stays with their group instead of his own. Like, that's just weird to me. Let's see. Dan says, nah, Scott will survive the show, LOL. Yeah, Dan. I mean, Beta's going to come out of nowhere. He's going to kill Gabriel and those other two guys with Scott, and then Scott's going to be the only survivor. And, you know, like I've said it before, the reason Scott is still alive is because he has the same first name as Scott Gimple. It's got to be. I mean, Scott, like, if that happens, Scott is just unkillable. Let's see. Dan says, yeah, Morgan would have been great for the show right now. Yeah, it would have been really great. He would be like one of the few season 1 characters left, but not only that, I don't know what kind of story he would have. Like, he would actually probably go with Yumiko, Eugene, and Ezekiel to the Commonwealth. I could see him doing that. Let's see. Epic says, yeah, I agree. Then they wouldn't have sent him to Fear and then ruined him. Yeah, that's what happens when you send characters to Fear the Walking Dead. They get ruined. But, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, Morgan is not only a pacifist, but he decides that he never wants to go back to Rick's group. Like, that's just weird to me. Let's see. Eastside Badger says, agree, Dan. And Dan says, McFarlane Toys stopped making them a while ago. Yeah, I know. I feel like I just thought I heard something about it recently, you know? So, I'm not really sure. I really hope McFarlane Toys can come back, but it's not likely. And that stinks, man. Like it can't be that hard. All they have to do is just, like McFarlane Toys, they need to set up a website for Walking Dead fans, and they need to say which characters do you want as an action figure and then have fans vote, and whichever gets the most votes, they start doing again. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, just something like that. Let's see. Epic says, like, Morgan, his character is just completely ruined. Yeah, pretty much. And I wish he got rid of his staff, but Dan said in his video earlier today that Morgan's probably never going to stop using his staff, like Daryl doesn't stop using his crossbow or Michonne her katana. So, unfortunately, yeah. I mean, I don't want Morgan to have the staff anymore. It's just, I don't know, it just doesn't work. Maybe if it works if he was with the Whisperers, like, if he was fighting the Whisperers, like, but right now in Fear the Walking Dead, they use guns, so it's just a bad weapon, you know? Like, why would you bring a stick to a gunfight? Like, come on, Morgan. Let's see, Dan says he made Fear the Walking Dead even worse, to be honest. Not better like we all thought. I mean, yeah, we all thought he could make it better because he was supposed to come, like, be introduced to Madison, but obviously that didn't happen. And they just wrote his character so bad, being a pacifist. Eastside Badger says the reason they keep Scott is because he is Sasha's husband and they live really close to Sonoya. Yeah, but, okay, yes, that's true, Eastside Badger, but I don't think that's the reason. Like, Chandler Riggs bought a house in Sonoya or around there, and they fired him, you know what I mean? So there's got to be another reason why they're keeping Scott. You know? Let's see, Dan says, yeah, probably, and Eastside Badger says he probably has a small salary as well. It's probably better, well, it's better than what I have, honestly. I mean, if I can be a character like Scott on The Walking Dead, I mean, I would move to Sonoya too. Let's see, Dan says, mainly because he's barely in it, lol. Yeah, that's probably why they don't kill him off. Yeah, definitely, Dan. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, Scott is just that type of character where if they killed him off, people would be like, what? You know? Eastside Badger says, dang, I miss Sasha. Yeah, me too, Eastside Badger. She was one of my favorites, and I hated how they killed her off. You know what I mean? Her death was just completely pointless. It did nothing for the story, and it just didn't make sense. Like, Sasha's supposed to be one of the smartest characters in the story and the best shot, and they kill her off before the war even began, and it's just, it doesn't make sense. Epic says, like, he was supposed to be a crossover, but they lied and had to be a takeover. Yes, well said, Epic. That was a big mistake. You know what I mean? They should, Fear the Walking Dead should have been its own thing, but still in the same universe. But instead, they decided to have Morgan take over that universe and make it Walking Dead. And it just did not work the same way. Because people liked the Clark family, you know what I mean? But then they killed off Nick, then they killed off Madison. And then they had Alicia, you know, with her development. And they had Daniel disappear for the millionth time. I mean, it just, I don't know. Season 4 could have been a lot better. Let's see. Dan says she was awesome. Yeah, Sasha was awesome. She should have gotten more time in the series. I cannot believe Scott Gimple killed her off in Season 7. That was so stupid. For so many reasons. I mean, like, it just doesn't make sense because, like, Sasha's supposed to be the best shot and she dies before the war. Like, why? Eastside Badger says she was Dan and she stole Rosita's man. Technically, not really, Eastside Badger. I mean, she was awesome, yes, but Abraham chose her, you know what I mean? She didn't choose Abraham, so it's kind of different. Dan says as soon as Sasha died, it was a big deal, but then in Season 8, they never talked about her at all. It's like, why not keep her? Yeah, I don't know, Dan. I guess, I don't know if Scott Gimple was just having a budget issue and then just killed off Sonequa Martin, you know, just to make some room. But it was such a mistake because even Sasha, when she was talking with Maggie, Maggie was like, you're going to survive. We both will. Before they met Aaron, you know, when they were sitting on the tree, trunk or whatever, you know, like, Maggie said, we're both going to survive. Maggie's still alive, but Sasha dies 2 seasons later? Like, why? And the way she dies, I just don't get it, you know? She died just, you know, to get a chance to kill Negan, maybe? What if Rick or Carl opened the coffin instead? What if one of them was forced to open it? They could have died. So it just doesn't make sense. And Eastside Badger says that scene in Season 6, Episode 15, when Abe and Sasha were switching guard shifts and Rosita was 20 feet away, awkward. Yeah, that was a really awkward element. And it's like, Yeah, it was pretty obvious she was jealous. Epic says, that's my biggest gripe about Fear is how they keep having Daniel disappear. It got redundant. Yeah, exactly, Epic. You cannot have a character leave a story and then come back, and then leave again and then come back. It's very weird. Like, that's what happened with Morgan, in a way. They had him disappear in season... They had him disappear in season 3, like he stayed in the town, and then he came back in season 5, and then, he stayed until season 8, and then he eventually left. So that's why I can't see Morgan ever coming back to the main show, because they would have to end Fear. But not only that, like, he would have been gone all this time, and I just don't see how they can do it. Dan says it's like they wanted a big death for the season 7 finale, and that's who they picked. Yeah, that was a mistake, Dan. I mean, should there have been a death in the season 7 finale? Sure, absolutely, but I just don't think it should have been Sasha, because she's the best shot in the group, and not only that, you need her for the war, and her death, like, I feel like it was not needed there. You know what I mean? I don't know. It was so theatrical, like all that work. Negan actually got a coffin just to, I don't know. It's just so weird the way they did it, and then somehow the Saviors got in Alexandria, even though the Saviors were outside of it. Like, that didn't make sense to me. Just how that whole episode was done was so bad. Plus, Shiva eventually jumped on a scavenger when Carl was about to get killed. Like, that didn't make sense. Eastside Badge says Sasha will go down in my top 5. I loved her in Rick's final episode. You are not lost. Yeah, I agree. That was pretty good, but I don't know. It being Sasha was kind of a mistake. They should have had someone else, just because Rick and Sasha never interacted once, I don't think, or very little in the story. Dan says, you guys just watched Daniel will disappear in season 6 and won't even be in the season at all. I think you're trying to say I'm calling it now. Yeah, Dan, probably. That could happen. I don't know what they were... Oh, you say I'm calling it. Yeah. I mean, I hope they don't have Daniel disappear, but they could. Let's see. Where am I right now? Oh, let's see. Eastside Badge says, Dan, still wonder if Rosita should have got that death, sadly, because I love Rosita as well, but Sasha was a better character. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that... I just don't know. Like, the whole Holly death, like, I don't know. They could have given it to someone else in the story. Plus, they killed off Holly earlier that season, which was also a mistake. I don't know. Like, as far as... Like, Sasha should have survived to the war. But if someone needed to die in the season 7 finale, it should not have been Sasha. Could it have been Rosita? Maybe. But I think that, yes, people were finding Sasha as a better character. But I still think Rosita was needed somewhat. I don't know. Just, I mean, could they have killed off Tara? Who knows? I just don't know. Like, the way they did that, it confuses me. I don't really know who they could have killed off and have it make sense. Let's see. Epic says, same with the earlier seasons of Fear, when they kept having the characters split up. Yeah, I hated that, Epic. They should stop having the characters split up, but they still do it. Like, they did it again in season 5 in the finale. And we're going to spend a whole season of them finding each other. I just know it. Dan says, yeah, plus Rosita was really annoying in season 7. Yeah, she was, Dan. She got a little bit better in season 8. But Tara and Daryl got worse, I think. So it's a mixed bag. Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, Rosita was so annoying in season 7. But plus in season 8, she was kind of weird. Michonne said she should take it easy because she was shy, and Rosita was like, I've been shot worse than this. And when she was shot in the season 7 finale, and I was just like, I was quoting the governor, I'm like, liar, you were never shot, you know what I mean? Like, and not only that, the way she was shot too, if you go back and watch it, it looks like Tara accidentally shoots Rosita and takes her to the infirmary. Like, that is so weird. Like, I never understood that. Who shot Rosita? It never gets explained. And plus, they just have her get shot. Like, it doesn't even matter to the story. Just like Daryl getting shot doesn't matter. I'm sorry, but when a character gets shot, it should matter somewhat. Let's see. Eastside Badge says, agreed, Dan. Dan says, but I still love her. Yeah, Sasha was great. She was one of my favorites in season 7, and then Scott Gimple killed her off. because he somehow he must have cursed me at the end of season 6 or something, because I said he was a terrible writer for that cliffhanger, and somehow he cursed me. Let's see. Epic says, like, it would have made more sense if Lori appeared to Rick in season 9, episode 5, because that was his wife. Yeah. I mean, like, Rick and Sasha they've only known each other for a couple months. But, well, not a couple months, I'm sorry. They've known each other for maybe around a year, but we've never seen them interacting. Rick and Lori were married for at least 14 years, so obviously it's a huge difference. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, it should have been Lori too. Just something like that, but I get it, Rick was looking for his family, but I don't know, they could have had it be someone else. Just someone else other than Sasha. Let's see. Eastside Badger says, I do as well, Dan. And Dan says, yeah, I hated Lori, but I rather that. Epic. Yeah, I agree, Dan. I mean, it kind of works better than Sasha, but maybe still not great. Like, not perfect. Glenn would have been perfect. But Steven Yeun didn't want to be in The Walking Dead. You know, I don't know if it was just his schedule or if he just did not like how the show was going. But, I don't know. That's why I would have, that's the thing about The Walking Dead. When you fire, or when you let an actor go, still keep him in some kind of contract to reappear, ahead of time. You know what I mean? They should have done that. Eastside Badge says, I don't know, Epic. It's obvious Shane was the father of both of Lori's kids. You're really not gonna let this go, Eastside Badger, are you? I'm sorry, but let's see. You're saying I'm calling it. Shane is Carl's real father. Technically was Carl's real father, and Carl's dead too. And it doesn't really matter. Let's see. Dan says it did look like Tara shoot her. Maybe that's why she gets so much hate. LOL. Yeah, maybe, Dan. Honestly, I don't know. That whole scene was weird how they filmed it. But I think one of the reasons Tara gets a lot of hate is she kind of overstayed her welcome. Like, I think people, wanted Noah to survive, not her. Around season 5, they probably thought he was a more interesting character than her. And then in season 6, Tara got pretty weird. And also, I know the actress got pregnant, but I don't know why the character got bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about why did the character get bigger? And plus, there was that whole relationship with her and Denise, which, I gotta be honest, was probably like the worst relationship in the show. They've only given it a few scenes. Like, it came out of nowhere. Like, it really did. It felt very forced. And, Tara, you know what I mean? Like, she tried to kill Dwight. And we find Dwight more interesting than her. And not only that, but, he's needed. You know what I mean? But Tara wanted to kill him. And it just did not work. Like, we were not on Tara's side when she wanted revenge on Dwight. Because we didn't care when Denise died. We didn't care. We didn't want her to get revenge. And plus, they gave Tara her own episode, Swear, which was a big mistake. Like, that's also the reason why she gets hate. Just because people hated that episode, and they thought she didn't deserve her own episode just by herself, which I agree. Like, a whole episode for her is just a little bit much. Let's see, Epic says, I hated that in Fear Season 2 is they kept having everyone split up. Then they did it again after Season 3, and Season 4 they did it again. And it's like, stop, it's redundant. Yeah, Epic, that's how the writers are in Fear the Walking Dead. They are extremely incompetent, honestly. So, Season 3 was really good. But, Season 4, first half, pretty good. Could have been better. But it's just getting worse now. And that's why Epic, we, you, me, everyone else here, we can write better than those actual writers in Fear the Walking Dead, because we have passion and we know what the fans want to see and don't want to see. And the Fear writers just don't care about that. They don't care. They want to keep the show going on as long as possible and just milk each season and make it slow, kind of like Scott Gimple did for Season 7 and Season 8. Dan says, Season 6 will definitely be the same, unfortunately. Yeah, it definitely seems like that, Dan. I mean, sure, we know that Sherry's coming back, but we're going to have bottle episodes. I just know we're going to have bottle episodes. We're going to see Alicia and then not see her again for, maybe 3 episodes. That's just a bad idea. Let's see. Eastside Badge says, agreed, Epic. The group splitting was never good. Sometimes it works. Like, sometimes it works, Eastside Badger. Like, the group being separated from Andrea, you know what I mean? And she meets Michonne. Like, that works. But they do it too much. Splitting up each survivor in different locations is just a bad idea. But they should have... A good way to write a story is you have some characters go on a supply run, and you have some characters just checking the border, and then some characters stay behind, like just 3 different groups. But, you know, not 16 different groups. Like, that's just a mistake. Eastside Badger, you say Noah should have survived over Tara. Agreed. The actor that played Noah was salty about his death. He wanted to stay on The Walking Dead. I'm sorry to hear that. I completely agree. He should have stayed on The Walking Dead. His death was completely unnecessary. I mean, like, it just made no sense. They already killed off Aiden. Why kill off Noah too? And plus, Noah's death made Beth's death even more pointless. And not only that, it did nothing to further Glenn's story. You know, because Glenn did not end up killing Nicholas. Nicholas ended up, you know, killing himself, you know. So it really just does not make sense why they had Noah's death. It just seems like they wanted to get rid of another character. And that's why it's a mistake. That's why Scott Gimple annoys me when he does double deaths. Like, it just feels so forced, and it doesn't move the story. Like, Aiden's death worked. Like, Aiden's death made more sense to the story than Noah's death, because Aiden's death resulted in Deanna being more angry and, you know, unsure about herself as a leader. You know what I mean? But Noah's death, it didn't do anything for the story. You know, it affected Glenn for like 1 episode, and that's it. Like, I don't know. It's just, they should not have done it. They should have kept him. They should have kept Noah and had him rebuild the walls after No Way Out, because they could have him looking at Reg's old notes, and then he could be useful to the group and say, hey, Reg told me about this. We need to do this to have the walls go back up. You know, he could have been useful that way. But Scott Gimple decided to kill him off because he couldn't think of a useful thing for him to do. And that just made no sense. I mean, we could think of a useful thing, but he can't. Or he couldn't. Let's see, Dan says, as soon as Denise kissed her, I was like, okay, I hate this episode, lol. I mean, 605 was already slow, but then that scene was just like, no, I can't stand this episode. Yeah, that's season 6, episode 5 now. I actually kind of like that episode somewhat, and like, I love the part where Maggie tells Erin that she's pregnant. That is an amazing scene. I love that scene. Lauren Cohan's acting is amazing in that scene. So is Erin's, like Ross Marquardt's. Like, his acting, especially hers, just fantastic. But when Denise did that, I was like, okay, what is going on? So many problems with this. One, you literally introduced Denise, you know, and now all of a sudden she wants a relationship with this character, you know, Tara. And not only that, it was so forced. Like, Denise is supposed to be with Heath, you know? Why is she, you know, kissing Tara? Like, that doesn't make sense to me, you know? It goes against the comic, big time. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I just didn't understand it. I hated that scene in the episode. It just made no sense. Let's see. Epic says, like, I don't mind 1 bottle episode, but having 7 in a row, like season 7 did, was a mistake. Yeah, Epic, agreed. You can't have people months on end having bottle episodes. It's just not good writing. You know, people don't want to watch that. Dan says that's what made season 7 so bad. But then in season 8 they fixed that problem, but instead the characters acted stupid like Gimple. Get out of here. Yeah, I agree, Dan. Season 8 did not have like many bottle episodes, but Daryl, Tara, and there was another character. Daryl, Tara. Yeah, they were acting completely stupid, out of character. Just, I don't know, doing bad things, and you know, the war was just drug out so much. Let's see, Eastside Badger says Noah could have evolved into a good character, and he was young and could have grew with the show. Yeah, I agree, Eastside Badger. That's why I hate it when they kill off characters like when they killed off Benjamin or Henry or Noah. You know what I mean? Like, these young characters who have potential and who want to stay on the show. Like, just why kill off the characters? I mean, I don't know. It's just not good writing. We need some young blood in this franchise, And seeing characters like Benjamin, Henry, or Noah, if they could have evolved into men, throughout the show, that would have been such a great thing to see, because we would have been there to watch their character development. But they decided to kill him off. It doesn't make sense. Let's see. Epic says, yeah, like, even though Aiden was a complete idiot and what he did was idiotic. Yeah, I mean, even though Aiden was a weak Alexandrian, his death did something for the story. It led to Deanna being more cautious, more alert to Rick's group, and unsure of herself as a leader. It led to that. It made more sense than Noah's death. Let's see. Eastside. Dan says definitely Eastside. And they should have had Noah, evolve into a decent character. But Gimple always killed off the interesting characters because he didn't want to continue writing them. He wanted to keep on writing, boring characters. It's just, I don't know. Dan says we're all smarter than Gimple. Amen to that, Dan. I mean, like, sure, we don't have writing degrees. We're not the chief content officer of the show, but we understand passion and we understand the lore better than him. You know what I mean? I mean, exactly, Dan. I mean, well said. I completely agree with that statement. Let's see. That is a fact. I mean, absolutely. And you say Eugene was already really annoying in season 8. Yeah. I mean, it was just weird. Like, the Darth Eugene. Like, that was just so weird. And Simon and Negan constantly said he was useful, but we never really saw him do anything useful. You know what I mean? They just said he was useful, and then the whole bullet thing, and then it kind of came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, after Daryl and Rosita. Plus, like, look, I can't forget that Eugene, he puked on Rosita. Like, I cannot unsee that. You know what I mean? Can you guys unsee that? I can't. Man, like, and he escaped from Daryl, who's like the best tracker in the show, by hiding in a pile. Like, come on. It's just, I don't get why they were doing that. Let's see. Eastside Badge says, definitely Dan Gimple is just a hot mess most of the time. I still think The Walking Dead would have succeeded with or without Gimple. Yeah, I agree, Dan. I agree, Eastside Badger. I think that Gimple can be a great writer, but like I said before, he needs someone like us to watch for those mistakes he constantly makes. We need to touch up on his scripts. Dan says, just make Angela run the show in season 4 to now. That would have been interesting to see, Dan. Let's see. Eastside Badger says, Eugene was a traitor. Dude stabbed Negan in the back. I don't forget. Yeah, Dwight was a traitor. Eugene was a traitor. There were a lot of traitors. Let's see. I don't forget. But you're not Negan, though, Eastside Badger. Are you plotting revenge on Eugene? Let's see. Dan says, especially. Epic says, by the way, I feel like Alden and Spencer were both hated, like Spencer was the most hated character in season 7. Negan's probably up there, but yeah, Spencer is somewhat up there as well. I don't know, just Spencer was an okay character in the show as far as being adapted. He wasn't terrible, but yeah, he just wasn't that liked, and it's just crazy that he was one of the men in Rosita's life, you know what I mean? One of her boyfriends. It's just crazy to think about, you know what I mean? Eastside Badger says, agreed, Epic. That's what's bad is Spencer in real life is a really nice guy. It was hard for him to play, and the same with Jared. Like, I hated Jared. Epic. You said that Spencer was the most hated character in season 7. It's actually Jared. So Jared, Negan, and Spencer, they're probably in the top 3, but Jared is, I think, number 1. But yeah, I mean, the actor for Jared is a nice guy in real life, but obviously he plays a horrible character, a horrible person. But I mean, obviously I know that a person in the film is not the same as real life. They're just acting, Let's see. Dan says, also unlike Gimple, we would listen to the fans, and Gimple does it more for the money. Me personally, I would care more about the experience of writing the show. Yeah, I agree, Dan. I mean, that's the thing when you're writing a series. I don't understand how he couldn't, he says he follows the comics, but he doesn't. If he did, he would have understood that Walker Blood was lethal. you know, and that, Denise is supposed to be like this in the show, but he completely changed her character. I mean, not just that, but Nicholas too. I mean, just it did not work. Like how he transitioned certain characters from the comic into the show. Like he did some really bad transitions. Let's see. Yeah, and I agree, Dan. I mean, caring about what the fans think and making the show's quality great, that's more important than money. That's how you get the money, but I don't know what Gimple was doing. It would be nice if we got an interview or something where he explains what he was doing in those seasons, but I doubt we're going to get that. Epic says, that's what I don't get about season 9 is I don't care how much he's changed. I wouldn't have forgiven him for what he did in season 8. Wait, what are you talking about, Epic? Let's see. That's what I don't get about season 9 is I don't care how much he's changed. I wouldn't have forgave him for what he did in season 8. Oh, you're talking about Eugene? Are you talking about Eugene, Epic? Because I've forgiven Eugene as far as the whole betrayal thing. I mean, it was annoying, but it wasn't like unredeemable. It was just annoying. Let's see, Eastside Badger says, let's all remember that King wrote and directed one of the worst episodes, season 4, Beth and Daryl. Yeah, I haven't forgotten Eastside Badger. That is still one of the worst episodes ever. But to be fair, it's not swear. You know what I mean? It is not that episode. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's probably Angela King's worst, but Scott Gimple's worst. It feels like there's a lot more of his, Dan says, Negan, Jared, and Spencer definitely, but I love Negan in season 7. Yeah, I know you did, Dan. I know, but a lot of people hated Negan, obviously. But Jared, he's got to be number 1. Let's see. Epic says, I'm talking about Eugene. Yeah, I know, Epic. I guessed that correctly. I've forgiven Eugene, but I still have not forgiven Negan. I just can't, Let's see. Eastside Badger says, love season 7 Negan, love season 6 Negan, love season 8 Negan, love season 9 Negan. See the pattern. Yes, I see the pattern, Eastside Badger. You are a Negan lover. You are a lover of Negan. But the question is, are you like a fanboy like Brandon, or are you like, or is it like Sherry and Francine? Are you like a different kind? I'm just kidding. Let's see. I mean, like season 6 Negan, I really like that. As little as we got, I love season 6 Negan. But then season 7, he was being written so inconsistent. Like he got mad that the group couldn't find 2 guns when, let's remember that Rick's group still killed 50, 60 saviors, and you know what I mean? Just like he has someone die just because no one's saying who made a bullet, and I just don't know. Like, so season 6 Negan was fine, but then season 7 he killed Glenn and Abraham. Abraham, I understand. Glenn, there was no reason to kill Glenn. Negan had no reason. Even if Negan killed Daryl there, it would have made more sense to me, and I might have forgiven him just because like Daryl's the one who did that in that situation. So, but yeah, as far as season 8 Negan, I mean, I don't hate him as much as I did in season 7, but he was a bad villain in season 8. Simon was the real villain, and then season 9 and 10 Negan was pretty great. Let's see, Dan says, so agreed. And Epic says, I hated Negan in season 7. I just hated how cocky he was and how he kept rubbing it in our face and saying that everyone was his. Yeah, I know, Epic. I hated that too. Just because, like, I just didn't get what they were doing with Negan. Like, he was very skinny. He was not that much taller than Rick. And I don't know. It's so weird. Like, Negan, like, freaks out with, like, even when he's talking and saying, I have everything, even every drop of lemonade. It comes off as kind of forced and cringy sometimes. Let's see. I mean, the spaghetti thing was fine, but I just think that they could have done better with those scenes. Like, why did the saviors kill someone else when someone does something bad? You know what I mean? Like, if someone, okay, let's think about this. If someone steals food in your group, are you going to punish their family member or are you going to punish them? You know what I mean? because the Saviors, they punish a different person for a crime that's committed. Like, I just hate that about the Saviors and Negan. It just makes no sense. Let's see. Eastside Badger says, LOL, Season 1, Episode 1 blew my mind with the teddy bear opening scene. Hi, I'm Negan, blew my mind as well. Yeah, those both blew my mind. I agree, Eastside Badger. Dan says, Season 8 Negan was my least favorite Negan though. After a while, it's like, come on, Negan, you're at war. You killed them all, not just Rick. Maybe listen to Simon for once. Yeah, I didn't understand that, Dan, because I thought Negan wanted to kill him, but then the Savior said that, like, at the end of Season 7, Negan's like, we're going to war, we're going to kill them all. But then in Season 8, Negan is just like, okay, we're just going to capture Rick, the Widow, and the King, and then we're going to kill them. And then Simon has Maggie, and then lets her go. That didn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? And they had Ezekiel. They failed. He escaped. Like, I just don't understand it. Plus, like, Negan, he was running away from Rick constantly. He got shot at. Like, Negan did not do pretty much any fighting in Season 8. You know what I mean? He was trapped. He was like trapped twice. Once by walkers and once by Jadis. And it just hurt so much. Like, he was not even a villain, and he was supposed to be a villain that season, but it just did not work. Eastside Badger says, agree, Dan, if I was Negan, the war would have been over in 6 hours. Yeah, exactly, Eastside Badger. I mean, I just don't know. Like, plus, like, I don't know. Like, Negan did the whole Walker thing, like, the Walker blood on the weapons, but then when Simon does it, Negan gets mad at him. Like, I don't understand what they were doing with Negan. Like, did he want to kill Rick and them or not? Like, I just don't get it. Dan says, yeah, Negan was a bit stressed in Season 8, lol. I mean, kind of, but they did not do it right. Eastside Badger says, seriously, surround each community and simultaneously attack each community. Yeah, something like that, Eastside Badger, because according to the wiki, the Saviors still had, like, hundreds upon hundreds of Saviors, like 500 maybe, and I don't know how many Rick's group had, but they had a lot less, obviously, like fighter wise. But I just don't understand what Negan was doing with his men. They said we're going to war, and they fell for the traps, and Negan comes out. Oh wait, Epic says, why did you skip my comment, bro? I don't remember skipping your comment, Epic. Let's see. Are you talking about? No, are you sure, Epic? Can you repeat it? I'm pretty sure I got it. Let's see. You said I hated how Negan Season 7 was all cocky. I read that one, Epic. Let's see. Are you talking about the Eugene one or how much he has changed? Yeah, can you repeat that, Epic? I'm pretty sure I got it. Like, I'm pretty sure I got the comment that you... I'm pretty sure I didn't skip one. Are you sure, Epic? Let's see. Let me check this. Yeah, Epic, I'm pretty sure I got your comments. I'm pretty sure I didn't skip one. Yeah. Let's see. So, we've been going on for about 97 minutes now. Yeah, when it hits 11 o'clock, I'm gonna hit end the stream, and I gotta delete Streamlabs from this computer and just touch up on some things. Let's see. Dan says, I love Simon's character. If anything, I like him more than Negan in Season 8. Yeah, Dan, I mean, if you think about it, that's kind of a mistake, you know what I mean? Having the secondary villain be more of a villain than the actual antagonist of the story, like one of the three main ones, that's got to be a mistake in the writing. I'm sorry, it's got to be. I don't know why. I mean, don't get me wrong. Stephen Ogg's Simon was very interesting, but I don't understand why they decided to make Negan a backseat villain, you know what I mean? For Season 8. Like, this was supposed to be Negan's moment to shine. Like, Negan, I don't even recall if he killed anyone in Season 8, you know what I mean? But Simon wiped out Simon wiped out the garbage people. Let's see. Epic says, I wrote a comment about Daryl being a prisoner. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me check that quick, Epic. Let's see. Let me just check it real quick. I'm sorry, Epic. Let me see if I can find it. Come on, where is the... How far is it? Yeah, Epic, I'm not really seeing it. Yeah, I'm sorry, Epic. I don't really see Daryl being a prisoner. I don't see it anywhere. Let's see. Yeah, can you repeat that, Epic? I'm sorry. This never happened before, but I just don't see... I mean, I've looked at it all, but I just don't see where exactly you're talking about Daryl being a prisoner. I did not like that episode. It made no sense for the story. What exactly does it do for Daryl's character? All it does is make him hate not Simon, sorry. All it does is make him hate Dwight, and we already knew that. You know what I mean? He already hated Dwight for what happened. Plus, he escapes. Like, I mean, I don't get the whole point of the cell episode. It was a completely pointless episode. The only thing that happens is Dwight goes and on the road he kills a guy, brings his body back somehow, even though his bike is destroyed. And I still don't understand how his bike was destroyed. And then Daryl listens to Easy Street, and he doesn't break. Daryl does not break. He does not say, I am Negan. He says, I'm still Daryl. Like, I just don't get the point of that episode. It was completely filler. It made no sense. You know, it's got to be... The Cell has got to be one of the worst episodes. It's got to be up there. Let's see, guys. Do you guys want to keep going until 11? Because it seems like the stream is getting kind of slow. Let's see. Dan says they should have done 702 The Well and 703 The Cell in a 90-minute episode. Yeah, Dan, exact. Well, the thing is, I mean, if I was writing it, I would not have even done The Cell. The Well is definitely a needed episode to introduce the kingdom, but I don't think The Cell is, because, like, in the comics, the Sanctuary does not get introduced until Carl's season. So, yeah. I mean, that definitely would have been better, Dan, than what we got. Epic says, yeah, also I hated how they kept having Dwight be so cruel to Daryl. It was forced. I mean, he was somewhat cruel, but, like Daryl, it's not unforgivable. What Dwight did was not unforgivable. Like, yes, Daryl was forced to listen to Easy Street, but are we forgetting that Daryl asked Glenn to forgive his brother for torturing Glenn? Like, let's not forget, Glenn was tortured, you know, like, and Daryl asked him to forgive him. Like, so if we say that, so if Daryl tells Glenn he should forgive Merle, then Daryl should have forgiven Dwight. I'm sorry, but it's true. That's why I couldn't stand Daryl in Season 7 and Season 8. He was completely hypocritical, and he was acting out, going off on his own, and he just did not understand what his actions had consequences. He did not get that. And, yeah, I understand that's a video or whatever, or a meme, but, yeah, your actions have consequences, and that's how The Walking Dead should be. Eastside Badger says, bite your tongue, Dan, like Simon, more than Negan. Eastside Badger, he's got a point. Negan, he was horribly written in Season 8. You know, Negan was like a back villain in Season 8. You know, he didn't get to fight Rick's group, you know, that often. You know, sure, he was there when Alexandria was destroyed, but he wasn't there. He got trapped by walkers in the factory, and he got captured by Jadis. Like, he couldn't even attack the hilltop, you know what I mean? So it's an issue, you know? Let's see. Epic says, like, having Daryl a prisoner was a mistake. It just made him reckless in Season 8. Yeah, I agree, Epic. It doesn't make sense either, because, like, Daryl being a prisoner, like, it doesn't do anything for the story, and also, it's so forced. Like, if I was Negan, I would not have Daryl as a prisoner. I would just think he's too dangerous, and he punched me, he's too reckless, he has to go. You know what I mean? I would have kept Glenn. If I was Negan in that situation, I would be more afraid of Daryl than Glenn. You know what I mean? And I get it. Negan maybe saw value in Daryl, but he should have also saw that Daryl is possibly unbreakable, kind of like he saw Abraham was. Like, Negan killed Abraham because he didn't want, you know, a challenge But Daryl is obviously a challenge too. He's like the second Abraham of the group. I mean, come on, like that doesn't make sense. Let's see. Eastside Badger says Simon was a balding lunatic. He was balding, I'll admit that, but Simon, I don't really think he was a lunatic. Simon actually had a lot of good reasons for what he did in season 8. I was on Simon's side a lot of the times in season 8. Dan says, nah, I can understand that. Eastside, Simon was awesome, but Negan is still my favorite. Yeah, I mean, Simon, I think he was better than Negan in season 8. But obviously we're supposed to like Negan more because he's the main villain, but they didn't write that correctly. Let's see. Epic says, like, that made no sense. At the end of season 7, Negan was like, we're going to war. Then in season 8, he doesn't attend the actual war. Yeah, exactly, Epic. I get wanting to change up some things from the comic, but Negan, like, I just don't get it. He had nothing. He was there when they bombed Alexandria, but he didn't do anything. He didn't throw a single bomb over the wall, and he was not there when they attacked the hilltop. And I don't know. It's just he didn't actually contribute in the war. Like, he did not fight. It's just weird. Eastside Badger says, I could have broke Daryl. I would have made him watch those video interviews on Fear. That would have broken anyone. That's actually funny, Eastside Badger. I mean, the thing is, obviously they didn't have those. Fear was ahead timeline wise, but I understand where you're coming from. Dan says, yeah, and in episode 8 of season 8. Oh, sorry, in episode 1 of season 8, he's surprised to see the group at the sanctuary. It's like, Negan, what did you think they were going to do? Yeah, it makes so much more sense in the comic, because in the comic, Negan is on a balcony and he has snipers on top of the sanctuary. So when Rick and his group fire, Negan ducks in time, and not only that, but the snipers take out like 3 people from the kingdom. So it actually kind of works in the comic better. It's done so much better in the comic. Like, I'm sorry, just plus even in the comic, like, Maggie is not in the war, so like she doesn't actually go to the sanctuary, which makes so much more sense than the show. Like, Maggie's somehow not scared of getting shot in the stomach. Like, honestly, it's a miracle that she didn't get shot and Herschel Jr. did not get killed. I mean, seriously. Let's see, Epic says, I don't get it. In the comics, Negan is the one that destroyed Hilltop, but in the show, he was barely in the war. Yeah, exactly, Epic. They decided to make Simon more of the villain in Season 8, and that was such a big mistake. Like, I don't understand, they were, like, I thought we were supposed to actually see that Negan is the big villain. The only time I was scared of Negan was when he was about to kill Blank, and he killed Glenn Abraham. Like, those were the only times. Let's see. Eastside Badger says, is it bad that I wanted to see Maggie as one of Negan's wives? Yeah, I'm sorry, Eastside Badger, but that is bad. That is very bad. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth, and yeah, I do not want to see that. Never do, never did. It's bad. Yeah. Let's see. Dan says, it's like, who's the villain here? Simon or is it Negan? Gimple, you let me know. LOL. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with both of them being the villain, but you have Simon, who's not even in the comic, being focused on, and we're actually on his side more than Negan. Simon is like, they did not listen to us. Your way did not work. We should do my way. But Negan's like, you will do your job. And it's like, Negan, you're not getting it that you're making mistakes. So I hated that Negan was still set in his ways, that he can get these people to work for him. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I thought you wanted to kill him, And then they bomb Alexandria, but then Negan still wants to, I don't know, he still wants them to work for him. Like, he's just flip-flopping. It makes no sense. Epic says, like, during season 7 and 8, I preferred comic Negan heavily over TV Negan. Yeah, the same, Epic. I really like season 6 Negan. I thought that was a perfect, amount, like, how they were doing him. But they did the stupid double deaths, and they decided to make Negan super cartoony, and for season 8 they decided to take him out of the war pretty much, and that was such a big mistake. I just don't understand it. Let's see. Where are we now? Oh wait, we're all cut up. let's see, we've been going on for an hour and 29 minutes, so about an hour and a half now. Let's see. Yeah, Epic. I preferred comic Negan so much more than TV Negan. Not like I said, like season 9 and 10, I think they're doing a pretty good job, but could they have done better? Absolutely. I feel like we should have gotten moments where Negan is acting like a villain. Like seriously, did Negan even kill anyone in season 8? Can you guys think of a moment where he did? Like he's supposed to be a villain, you know, and I just don't know if he did. I mean, we saw Rick killing people, but not Negan, who's the villain. I mean, come on. Dan says Negan in season 8 was acting like everyone in fear right now. It's like everything is wrong, but it's all gonna work out. It's like, not Negan, you're at war, remember, lol. Yeah, exactly, Dan. Morgan is constantly saying in fear that, we don't have to kill them, we can work with them. And Morgan tells Logan's group and then Jenny's group, like, we don't have to fight, we don't have to do it your way, there's another way. Negan kind of does that too, where he says it's either my way or no way. But I just don't know, because I don't know, it's just weird. Like, he's basically doing what Jenny was doing, but he wasn't showing enough force. Like, in season 8, like, he was too hard on the group in season 7, but then he was, like, not hard at all in season 8. Like, that's just weird. You know what I mean? Because he said that they were going to war. Epic says comic Negan will always be better than the show version. Negan in the comics was very persistent during the war. In the comics, he was entertaining and fun to read. Yeah, I agree, Epic. Negan, he actually decided, to, he decided to be part of the war. He was going to get his hands dirty. In the show, he's just constantly telling people to do things for him. Like, Negan is so lazy in the show. Was lazy. But in the comic, he was constantly doing things himself. Eastside Badger says, Rick killed Gracie's dad in season 8. Let's not forget. Oh, I haven't forgotten, Eastside Badger. And let's not forget when Rick and Morgan murdered those innocent saviors in the bowling alley. So not including Jared, obviously. Those other saviors there. I did not forget that either. And I've always thought about this, and I'm like, yes, Negan had to pay for killing Glenn, but can you imagine if Rick and Morgan had to be on trial too? If all the communities were you guys committed war crimes too, you know what I mean? Let's see. Dan says Aaron has some stories to tell Gracie, lol. Yeah, the same with Judith. I mean, Judith and Gracie, even though they have different parents, different mothers, both of their fathers were murdered by Rick, so... Okay, not murdered. Okay, so Shane was self-defense, yes, but not Gracie's father. Definitely not Gracie's father. Let's see. Eastside Badger says Daryl killed Morales, not Morales. Yeah, I mean, that was just crazy, Eastside Badger. I mean, he just killed Morales and was like, oh, that doesn't matter. Are you serious? I get it, Daryl. You're... come on, stop being a loose cannon. You know who that is, but you don't care. He was a season 1 character. Those are rare now, did Daryl forget he got Glenn killed, who was another season 1 character? Now he kills another season 1 character. And it's just Daryl, stop it, I don't care if it's a bad or a good character. Stop killing season 1 characters. Let's see. Epic says comic Negan would have beat TV Negan for being so lazy. Yeah, exactly, Epic. He would have said something like, you're not useful. Not just that, but he would have said, you don't deserve to wear that jacket, you're too skinny, all this stuff. I could see comic Negan saying, I would love to see, just a drawing of, comic Negan talking to TV Negan and just, insulting him. That would be hilarious. Dan says, I didn't even care about Morales, to be honest. Thanks, Daryl. One thing he did right in season 8 is getting people to shut up about Morales. Yeah, I'll admit that, Dan. But, I mean, I think I've said this before, but I'm Daryl, didn't he crash the truck into Sanctuary with women and children? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, if Negan had to be punished for the war, I feel can you guys imagine if other characters had to be too? Rick, Daryl, and Morgan, they've got to be in the top 3 like of like war crimes committed during the war, because like man, they did a lot. Let's see. Eastside Badger says Rick has a real problem about leaving kids as orphans. Yeah, yeah, definitely Eastside Badger. He's got, yeah, he definitely had a real problem with that, and he might still. I mean, we don't know where Rick's with the CRM, but we don't know what he's been doing this whole time. So he could still be doing that for all we know. But yeah, they should totally gather all the kids that Rick made orphans and just get them all together in one group. That would be interesting to see. Because yeah, Rick has killed a lot of people. Epic says, also one thing I hated about Gimple was how he kept unlikable characters around Jared, especially when he should have died in season 7. Yes, exactly, Epic. That's one problem with Gimple's writing. Gimple decides to keep unlikable characters in the story and kill off the likable characters. He killed off, characters with potential, and that were likable in seasons like 7 to 8, and he just kept Jared. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still glad it happened, but like, why did he have Jared survive? Because I remember like reading that Jared, the actor for Jared, was like filming for the season 7 finale, and I thought, oh my gosh, Shiva is gonna kill him, but that didn't happen, and I'm just like, okay, then what was the point of that? Like, we did not get a single savior death in the season 7 finale. Not Simon, not Jared. Like, come on, Gimple. Like, really? Like, we lose Sasha in the season 7 finale, and you give us that, and like, there's no reward in the season 7 finale. The garbage people betray them. Rick gets injured. Michonne, Rosita gets injured. Like, nothing good happened in the season 7 finale, if you think about it. Dan says Gimple likes annoying the fans. It's obvious. Yeah, exactly, Dan. I mean, he promised we were gonna get an amazing war with season 8, and obviously that didn't happen. Eastside Badger says Rick versus Daryl fight, another fight lost for Rick in season 8. Yeah, Rick constantly loses fights in The Walking Dead. Honestly, I'm not really sure if he's ever won one, to be honest, but hey, I mean, like the Rick and Daryl one, yeah, I mean, Rick is not a good hand-to-hand fighter. That's pretty much obvious. It's crazy that the comic version is better, and he has one hand, Dan says to think he was a cop too. Like, really, Rick? Come on, you can do better. Remember your training. Yeah, exactly, Dan. That's why Rick needs to stop. That's why he needs to stop. Well, he needed to stop using his Colt Python, because he just relied on it so much, and he ran out of ammunition after just 6 shots. And, like, I don't know, it's just such a mistake. Not just having the Colt Python, but just relying on it so much. Like, sure, Rick's good with like hatchet and stuff, but Rick does struggle with hand-to-hand big time. Let's see. Epic says, yeah, Daryl's like way better than him. Epic says, like, literally Gimple introduced so many unlikable characters in season 7. Half the characters in that season were unlikable. Jared, the Saviors, the Junkyard Group, Oceanside. Yeah, exactly. And then they introduced likable characters like Benjamin from the Kingdom, and they just killed him off. You know what I mean? Like, that, exactly, Epic. I mean, I just don't understand why they decide to kill off the characters with potential, but then you get characters like Jared or Jadis or, her people, Oceanside. I mean, for Pete's sake, like Cindy and Rachel from Oceanside, like, I don't care about them. They're not interesting. Is Cindy the most interesting one from Oceanside? Yeah, I mean, by default, because she's the only one, she's the leader. I mean, it's an issue. And you say, like, that's why season 7 failed, because the casual viewers were overwhelmed with all these hateable characters on the screen. Yeah, exactly, Epic. And it's kind of happening in it happened in season 9 a little bit, and it looks like it's going to happen in season 10 somewhat, because in the picture that I have here, I think the group I think they might be looking at Princess, or maybe they're about to see Princess at some point, and Princess has got to be one of the most hated characters in the franchise. I cannot stand Princess. And people are going to be like, why is this character in the story, and why are they going to have her survive? Like, that was an issue. Like, Oceanside was a big mistake in the story. The garbage people were a big mistake too. I don't think anyone liked anyone there from both of those communities. You know what I mean? Let's see. Dan says, if Gimple says season 6 of Fear will be amazing, just remember, guys, that means it'll be terrible. LOL. Yeah, exactly, Dan. Whenever Gimple says something, just try to think of the opposite. Eastside Badger says, agree, Dan. LOL. Gimple said season 8 of The Walking Dead was going to be amazing, and look what happened. He chased Lincoln off. Yeah, not only that, he fired Carl. I mean, just come on. Like, it's going to be amazing. Season 8 is going to be amazing. I mean, let's see. He makes the characters unlikable. He kills off Carl. He gives us bad fighting, inconsistent Walker blood. You know, whether or not it's lethal, not lethal. I mean, just a disappointing finale too. I mean, when the Saviors shot their guns and it just exploded, I'm just like, oh, look at that. The spoilers were correct. Not only that, but the Saviors were actually dumb enough to not test their guns, not even once before they left. You know what I mean? And not a single bullet was from before the apocalypse. Like, all of them were from Eugene's stash that he made. I mean, just come on. Dan says, the princess is going to be so annoying. I already know it. Yeah, exactly, Dan. When the group gets introduced to the Commonwealth, I'm going to hate when the princess is introduced. I'm not gonna like it one bit. The episode she's gonna be introduced in, I'm gonna probably put that in the worst list or something. Epic says, like, that whole season 8 premiere was just gonna make our TV screens melt. That was a huge lie. I think he said the first 4 episodes, but yeah, I agree, Epic. That was a huge lie. Like, it did not make my TVs melt. Like, I was on my phone during season 8, pretty much. When the characters were shooting, like, their guns at the Saviors, I was just looking at my phone because it was so gray. Like, season 8 had such, like, a gray filter on, and I just couldn't see who was shooting who. I didn't care, you know what I mean? It just, the action was so poorly done. Let's see. Eastside Badger says the pressure got to Gimple. AMC should have gotten rid of him after season 7. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Gimple needs help with writing. I mean, just he's got a comic. He's got, you know, a Walking Dead fans to get ideas from. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we know what we're talking about. We know what we're doing, and he's got other writers too, I'm sure. You know, just gather a team of writers at a table and maybe get some fan feedback too on what's the right thing to do for the story. Let's see. Dan says the only good thing about season 8 was episode 12 where Rick fought Negan. That was awesome, I'll admit. Yeah, I mean, that was awesome, Dan, but even that episode I have problems with. The fact that they cut the part where Rick crashes into Negan, like with the car. Like, we didn't get to see Rick crash the car. You know, like, they completely cut that scene because of budget, and then they had Rick and Negan. They get surrounded by walkers in the dark, and neither of them get bit. It's very forced. Yeah, so let's see. Eastside Badger says, that's all from me tonight, guys. Great stream. Good night, Brian, Dan, and Epic. Have a good night, Eastside Badger. Thank you so much for coming. And yeah, until I get a new laptop, this is probably going to be my last stream for a while. So you guys probably will not see me having a stream, but I'm still going to reply to you guys, and I'm still going to try and, on my laptop, I'm going to try and get out the review for the Walking Dead Season 10 mid-season premiere. So, yeah, but as far as streams, like, those might not happen for a while. So, yeah, so I'll see you next time somehow, Eastside Badger. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all the support. Thank you so much, Eastside Badger, and all you other guys. I think we're gonna, yeah, guys, let's see. I think I want to end the stream in 8 more minutes. How does that sound, guys? I want to end the stream really soon, like 8 more minutes. I've had a crazy night just trying to fix this, and yeah, so I'll yeah, so until we catch up. But yeah, guys, I really appreciate this. Let's see. Dan says, I hated the episode with Aaron convincing the Oceanside to fight. It's like we don't care if they join the fight anyway. Yeah, exactly, Dan. Not just that. We knew that Rick's group was still going to win, whether or not Oceanside fought or not. And not only that, but Oceanside, they never got their guns back. You know what I mean? Like, how can the ladies of Oceanside fight when they don't have their guns? Rick's group took all of them, and talk about desperate, you know what I mean? Like, you take all their guns, say, we're going to bring them back when the war is over, and then Aaron comes back, he probably had to tell them that, hey, we gave your guns to the scavengers, and now the saviors have them, but we want you to fight for us. Like, can you imagine how stupid he looked telling them that Rick made a stupid decision? He stole your guns, promised to give them back, but the saviors took them, and now we need your guys' help. Like, I'm sorry, just that was such a huge mistake. The only thing Oceanside does is they get some Molotov cocktails and they almost burn the hilltop down, killing a few saviors, like only a few with them. I mean, come on, it just does not make any sense, like why they did that. And Dan says, "Good night, Badger." Yeah, I'm gonna miss doing these streams, at least for a while. I wish I could do a stream Monday, but unfortunately I can't. Not until I get a new laptop. Let's see, guys. We have about 6 minutes left until I think I want to end the stream tonight. Let's see what else we can do. Let's see. Do you guys have any last minute things? Oh, Epic says also Enid killing Sydney's grandmother. That was a pointless death. Lily went and impacted no one. Yeah, I don't get it either, Epic. I guess that the only thing it did was keep Enid and Aaron at Oceanside a little bit longer, and it made Sydney the leader even though she was only like 18. I'm sorry, but what kind of community lets the young granddaughter be the leader after the previous leader dies? You know what I mean? Because Sydney was only like 18. Like, I'm sorry, that just doesn't make sense. It's not like Game of Thrones. You cannot... Leaders are not by blood in the world of The Walking Dead. Let's see, Dan says, no one cared. LOL, just like how they felt about Season 8. Yeah, if you look at the Oceanside women, their faces, when Aaron's trying to convince them to fight in the rain, you can see their faces, and it's just like they don't care. It's just... I mean, it's just crazy. Like, even the actors and actresses, like, they were losing interest in the story. You know what I mean? That was really bad. I mean, just terrible. Let's see. Epic says, also, I made a comment about the gunfire. You skipped it, bro. I'm sorry, Epic. Are you sure? Let's see. Yeah, Epic, I'm not seeing it. I'm looking. You talked about the Negan. Okay, hold on. You talked about Negan. The gunfire. Can you repeat that, Epic? I'm sorry. I don't know why it says I'm skipping it, because I'm looking through. You talked about Jared. Unlikable characters, hateable characters, TV melting, killing grandmother, and yeah, now you say skipped comment. Yeah, Epic, I don't see it anywhere. I'm sorry. Just I don't know why this keeps happening. But yeah, if you can repeat it, that would be great, because I just don't see it anywhere. I'm really sorry. Oh, like, it was under Eastside Badger's comment, his last one. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, well, after Eastside's Badger, he said, that's all for me tonight, guys. Great stream. Good night. It's immediately Dan. It's Dan's comment when he says, I hate the episode with Aaron. And then you say, Enid killing Sydney's grandmother was a pointless. Lily went nowhere. Yeah, I'm sorry, Epic. I don't see it. But I will say that the gunfire in Season 8 was terrible. There was a gray filter. The characters were shooting without a scope. There was no bullets, no smoke from the guns. It was just, flashes of light. Yeah, I don't know. It's just flashes of light on the gun, like on the barrel, and that's it. Like, characters were barely shaking the guns. There was no bullet casings firing, like nothing. Nothing about the gunfire was realistic in the slightest way. Like, I think about The Walking Dead Season 3, and when the characters were shooting guns, you see smoke, bullets flying out, all that stuff. Like, the casings coming out. But when I look back in Season 8, I do not see that anywhere. And that's how lazy they got. I'm sorry, that's terrible. The fact that they got so lazy to do that, I'm sorry, it's like unforgivable, Let's see. And you say that's weird. Yeah, that's very weird, Epic. I don't understand why that's happening. Let's see. It seems like we only got 2 more people left on the stream. Let's see. Dan says Gimple and his stupid gray filter idea. Yeah, Dan, I don't know what happened, but in season 7 to 8, the gray filter just started. And then when Gimple took over in season 4 of Fear, he put that gray filter back. And I don't know why they did that. And they said that, oh, they wanted to make it look more realistic to their world. No, it's not always gray like that in the world. You know, the world is not colored in gray. There's supposed to be color, you know? That's how the world is. And I think Gimple did it just because it was a cheap idea. Like, he wanted to save on the budget or something. And there's other ways to save on the budget, you know? They should take it easy with introducing all these new communities and characters. They should kill off useless characters and hated ones and develop more of the interesting ones. Yeah, I mean, just they gotta do it better, you know? Let's see. Yeah, guys, you know what? I think I'm gonna end the stream. I think I'm gonna end the stream now, actually. I mean, it's not 11 yet, but let's see. Yeah, we're pretty much almost there. So if you guys have anything last minute to say, just let me know. But yeah, guys, I think I am gonna end the stream next few minutes. Let's see. Let's see. Dan says Gimple. Oh no, you already said that. Oh wait, let's see. Dan says it's like The Walking Dead goes colorblind. LOL. I think Gimple was like writer blind or something. Like, but yeah, I mean, The Walking Dead going colorblind makes no sense. Like, the comic book is black and white. The show is not supposed to be. It's supposed to be colorful, you know. So please keep it that way, Gimple. So yeah, guys. So I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much. It's about to hit 11. Yeah, it's 11 now. So yeah, Dan, Epic, and Eastside Badger, thank you guys so much. Oh, Epic says why is it hiding my comment? Yeah, I don't know, Epic. I didn't hide your comment. I don't know where it went. Yeah, I'm sorry, Epic. But I can't see your comment. Let's see. Dan says great stream. Well, thank you so much, Dan. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I got some things to do. I gotta get ready for tomorrow, and I gotta get. Let's see. Oh, Dan says I'll miss these. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dan. It's just I might bring them back when The Walking Dead season 10 returns, but I need to get the new laptop and I gotta get everything set up and ready. So if I get a new laptop, I'll try to let you know in like my comment section. I'll say something like my live streams are coming back. Let's see. Epic says hoping the next stream will be better. I hope so too, Epic, but I'm still using this. I'm still gonna use this microphone, but like they'll be around the same. And I mean, like they'll be more positive than this one. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because I've like just assembling this tonight was just such a pain for me. But yeah, but thank you guys so much. Thank you, Eastside Badger. I know he's gone, but thank you so much, Dan and Epic. I really appreciate you guys so much. So yeah, until then, this is gonna be my last stream, and at least my last stream for a while. And I'll try to let you guys know when my streams are coming back. It might take a couple weeks. Dan says this stream was still good though. Well, thank you, Dan. I really appreciate it. And yeah, maybe one day, like, I can get a new microphone or something. Let's see. Epic says, you'll always be amazing, Brian. Have an awesome evening. Well, thank you, Epic. You too, man. I really appreciate it. Have a good night, both of you guys. So, yeah, thank you guys so much. Wait. Was there another Okay. Oh, wait. Let's see. Okay, and Dan says, good night, Brian. Yeah, good night, Dan. Good night, Epic. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys coming and talking to me for 2 hours. So, yeah, man. Guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.